Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to another spoiler discussion review. This time we talking about this movie right here, Mission Impossible Fallout, and I'm joined by my boy Kyle.
Hello.
Hello, hi, how you doing?
I'm doing just dandy.
Alright, that's good. Adrian couldn't be here today. He's too busy not fucking watching the movie. So
He was watching Teen Titans Go, the movie. So.
Go to the movie. He's a big Titans. He can't wait for that new Titan show. Yeah, we did a podcast the other day, and he was really excited about it. He's just like, it's really edgy, man. Just like me. So I can't wait.
Everyone wore beanies. It's great.
Yeah, everyone. Fuck Batman. I said that last time I saw him. Alright, so anyway, this is the 98th Mission Impossible movie to come out starring Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, everybody knows, is an aged actor, but he still is going around jumping off buildings and flying helicopters into rocks and fighting Superman and trying to murder himself any which way he can. And this is his franchise. This is the one. Everybody has one. At least every superstar, mega movie star out there has their one franchise, and this is his, Mission Impossible. And all right, so we really like the Mission Impossible movies, I think, right?
I like all of them, actually.
I don't hate anyone, that's for sure.
I even like Mission Impossible 2,
a
good amount.
Yeah, I know. I enjoy the second one. It's fun, but it's definitely the goofiest one. But
yeah.
It's fun.
I think the first one's just a really solid movie. 2's, I like it. 3, another really solid movie. That was the J.J. Abrams one. Ghost Protocol. I thought that movie was the movie to beat in the case of Fallout.
Yeah, so Fallout had a lot to
live up to.
Yeah,
I think Ghost Protocol.
Yeah, Ghost Protocol was my favorite. I really liked Rogue Nation quite a bit.
Yeah, I liked Rogue Nation, but I still think that before Fallout, that Ghost Protocol was the high-end Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah, and well, all right, so we'll do quick thoughts, and then we'll get to what we think of the actual movie in spoiler terms. So, what did you think of this movie? Just in non-spoiler terms, just real quick.
Yeah, so I think Mission Impossible Fallout takes literally every single element and crafts it together in a perfect fashion. I think it is the zenith, the ne plus ultra, the quintessential Mission Impossible. This is about as Mission Impossible, I think, as you can get conceptually and artistically and in form. I think that I can't imagine a Mission Impossible movie topping this, really.
Yeah, I agree. Also, a nice use of nip plus ultra, but
nipple plus ultra.
Yeah, nipple plus ultra. Which, by the way, if you don't know what that means it is like the best of the best.
The cream of the crop.
The cream of the crap. Wait, no, that's not right. I'm sorry. I'm watching. By the way, you don't know this, but I have a video just behind the scenes footage playing for the video, and I'm just watching Tom Cruise drive this motorcycle throughout the city, and they're just filming it, and it's just, this man's insane. All right, so he loved it. I loved it too. I'm not gonna use big words because I'm not a big person. I am a big person. But I don't, all right, I'm just gonna say it good, it real fun. Tom Cruise is a fucking insane man. And the best thing that's probably ever happened to him is that Oprah interview where he finally admitted that he is an insane man. Because I feel like after that he decided, you know what, I'm just gonna be insane in movies, in interviews, wherever the fuck. So this guy's jumping off rooftops. Hell, even in shitty movies like The Mummy, he's still doing weird shit. Like when he's doing that, the weird trailer thing with the weird audio. When he's screaming, but he's doing that the anti-gravity thing. But man, he's like what, 78, and he's still doing this shit. I don't get it.
Yeah, and I think, to be honest, how we should approach talking about this movie after we conclude on our quick thoughts, I think we should just go over all the set pieces.
Yeah.
The dude's 56 years old,
Yeah,
and the
56.
stunts he does in this movie, they still just completely surprise you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is how crazy this man is. You have a perfectly fit Henry Cavill in here, and Henry Cavill doesn't do diddly shit compared to Tom Cruise in this movie. Like, okay, don't get me wrong, Henry Cavill has a couple of really awesome moments, but Tom Cruise is running, jumping off buildings, jumping through windows, driving motorcycles, almost getting hit, breaking his ankle, getting hit by cars, flying helicopters, crashing them. Which obviously if that was real, that would be fucking insane. But just the things he does in this movie, almost all of them being practical,
and by him.
Yeah, it was all him. I mean, that's one thing that's great about Tom Cruise. He does his own stunts. Now, usually when people do their own stunts, it's for stuff that's not insane, though. Like, usually.
Sure.
Like, I mean, I love Keanu Reeves, but most of the stuff he does isn't, like, insane, you know, in the John Wick
super taxing on his body.
Yeah, like, the craziest thing I think Keanu Reeves did in those John Wick movies is probably getting hit by a car once. And I think that was, like, trickery anyway. And that might have even been a stunt double. I'm not too sure. I'm not exactly sure. But here, if he's getting hit by a car, it's going to be him. It's going to be Tom Cruise. He don't give a fuck. I don't know how he doesn't look like, he doesn't look mangled and deformed at this point.
Because he does shit that...
It's all that Scientology.
Yeah, he does shit that the Jackass guys would be like, dude, that's too much.
Yeah, that's crazy. Right? What are you doing?
What are you doing, man? Come on.
We do it and then we laugh about it. You do it and you die almost. So, like, almost. There's no way he's been telling stories about, like, of course his ankle broke when he jumped to that building, and they left that shot in of when his ankle actually breaks, and he, like, gets up and just, like, wobbles away off camera. You know, if that was me, I broke my ankle, I'd be like, help me! I wouldn't finish the scene; it would be fucking done. I'd call the cops too, but I'd call an ambulance, but. Not this man, no, man. This guy just keeps going on, and every time there's an action scene. First of all, the action scenes are long, but not too long, where it feels like they're going on a little too long, and they're extremely tense. And one thing I have to give credit to this movie that I can't really do for the other movies is that we get to know Ethan Hunt as a character more in this than we do in the other ones, because even though I love Ghost Protocol, you don't really get to know him that much as a character. He's just, you know, he's mission man, you know, he's spy man. And here we get to know him quite a bit. I mean, we get to know that he cares for his team. I mean, you get that from the other ones, but this one is where it, like, really is solidified that he really does give a shit. And even, like, the little visions he has, which we won't go into too much, but he has, like, little visions of what could possibly happen. Not like supernatural visions or some shit, but, you know, he just
like
has
That's
dreams.
So Raven.
Yeah, not like that. But I forgot that's what That's So Raven's fucking about, isn't that?
Yeah.
That is really what. Oh my god. Did you see the?
It's the future she can see.
Speaking of Disney Channel, did you see the live action picture of the Kim Possible movie?
No, what?
No, what? Oh god, that's I don't know.
Yikes! Sounds
man.
bad.
I'm real upset about it, guys. But no, I don't give a shit. But anyway, yeah, this guy's crazy, and all the action.
He's loco.
This kid loco, but man, he really pulls out all stops. And I have to give credit to everybody else too. All the camera work and all the set pieces themselves. They're all well filmed, well choreographed. Everybody else does a great job when it comes to action too. You know, Henry Cavill does a good job. You know, Rebecca Ferguson. Everybody's doing solid work here, but it is definitely Tom Cruise's thing. Tom Cruise is just going nuts on camera, and it's great. So yeah, it's fantastic, man. I love it. It is. The story itself too is simple and stuff we've seen. Yeah, stuff we've seen before. You know, there's 3 nukes. They gotta go get them. We've seen that so many fucking times. The only other, like, typical plot we've seen more than that is probably, like, the flash drive they have to get. There's a flash drive with all the agents' names on it, and we need to get it before they leak it or some shit. But They make it work because the entire time it's like really tense. They even like they trick you a couple times. There's a couple twists in here. I'm just like, oh shit, oh no, this sucks. There's a lot of twists and turns in this movie that you should expect from Mission Impossible, but there's ones here and there that I was not expecting at all.
Yeah,
yeah.
There's this one long underground scene, and it's like it was like twisting my head. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, there's actually we'll talk about that in spoilers, but I really like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was great. The action was great. The visuals were great. The special effects they had to use here and there were, you could tell there's some special effects here and there, and they were great. They were seamless, and overall, all the stunt coordination, all that stuff is fantastic. And the story itself is simple but really solid, and you get to really like all the characters a little bit more than you already did. Yeah, it's just it's a good time. I can't wait to see this in IMAX.
Yeah, especially I really want to see this movie in an IMAX or Cinemark XD or whatever, because I think that it was shot on IMAX, so
it
worked really well. And I think just for anybody, if you just want a really solid popcorn blockbuster, this is it. This is the one to see this year. Like you don't get these that often where they're this quality.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know you didn't care for Avengers. I really loved Avengers, but this is something completely different. This is a lot of people compare it to Mad Max Fury Road, and I could see why.
Sure.
I wouldn't say it's as good as Mad Max Fury Road.
No.
I see.
That's on its own level.
Yeah. Right? So all the comparisons, I don't know. I've even seen people compare it to Dark Knight, which I don't get really at all. Like
they just mean it's like the best Hollywood movie of its year, and I can understand that. I think it will be.
I get that, but yeah, I get the comparisons more to Mad Max because of all the practical action and stuff like that, and real stunts and very minimum use of special effects and a lot of action set pieces and stuff. Which Dark Knight had those, but it's not exactly the same. But
I was thinking more Bourne Ultimatum.
Yeah, okay, I could see that too.
That level.
Oh yeah, definitely. Even though this one you could tell more what the hell's going on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Bourne Ultimatum. I love the first 3 Bourne movies, but that the shaky cam I liked, but you can't really tell what's going on. I only like it because it's just like you feel like you're getting your ass beat along with whoever else is getting their ass beat too. But
I just mean the quality of it, the surprise, just the craft that went into that movie and is in the same league as Fallout. So I think that's sort of a good comparison, I think. And the series' own Ghost Protocol, I think, is another good example. Yeah,
no, I agree. So yeah, I guess I don't really have any negatives. I guess the only negative I have is there's I don't know, the villain himself is a carryover from Rogue Nation.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually liked him in Rogue Nation. I liked him here too. He's just not used enough, and when he's used, he's kind of just being the generic villain, like Judgment Day is coming or whatever. It's gonna be all your fault, Ethan.
I did like the continuity of it because they could have just made a completely new bad guy, but I think it was kind of cool how he's a villain. But also he has like a lower status now. Like he's not super dangerous himself.
Right.
Yeah, so I like that.
There's a lot of times. I mean, first of all, you look at him; he looks all gruffed up and shitty, and he's got stains in his beard, and it's just you look like in the first movie he's like all suave and stuff, and he's just like going around. Even in the beginning of Rogue Nation, he immediately gets the upper hand on Ethan Hunt. By the way, I want to say one thing. One of my favorite parts of all these Mission Impossible movies. Do you know what I'm going to say?
The soundtrack?
Not just the soundtrack. That one song, the Mission Impossible theme. And I'm not even just talking about the theme. I love the intros. You know, when it cuts away and it burns the candle and dun 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 dun, and it does like Tom Cruise, whoever else.
Ving Rhames,
the other guys. Fuck it. Yeah, Jeremy Renner's in this one.
Simon Pegg,
the other people. Alec Baldwin. I love those intros, and this is probably my favorite one because of the lead up to it. Because the lead
up is amazing.
Yeah, the lead up's so good.
Perfect.
It is perfect, and it's just like, oh shit, this thing got consequences. And then when you reveal what happens, I'm like, oh shit, got played.
So fucking good, man.
It's really good. All right, so if we had to give it a score, I guess let's do 0 to 10. What would you give it?
So I think because it just hits all of its things, everything that it's trying to do perfectly, I think that the score I'm giving it is representative of how this is basically the movie at the top in this genre, in this medium, in this area. I think this is the zenith. In the same way that I felt about War for the Planet of the Apes last year, I'm going to apply that to Fallout. So I'm giving it 10.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna give it 10. Is that what you gave it on Letterboxd too? I didn't actually review.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gave it a 4.5 on Letterboxd because I have to watch it again. But if I had to translate that to a 10 score, I'd probably say 9.5. The only problem I have is that the villain wasn't used as much. Like, he's not really there too much, and when he
really, you didn't think he was in it that much?
Really, because he doesn't really appear until about an hour into the movie when he has to go and do what he has to do.
Well, he has a few visions of him.
Yeah, but he's just standing there. Yeah,
it's the very beginning, and
that was a great scene, but that didn't happen though. It's not like
I know, but also, well, sure, it didn't happen, but he's still in the movie. He's he's a Phantom Menace.
Oh, that's not the subtitle.
No,
they should have called this Phantom Menace.
But there was build up to it, and there were hints that he was coming up because, like in the, not the dance hall, where he meets the woman.
What the fuck?
As John Locke, right?
Oh yeah. John Lark. John Locke is from. John Locke is a real.
I know.
And also he's from
Lost. John Locke with Lark, yeah. So when he meets the woman, he has a vision of Lane.
Yeah,
Solomon Lane.
Solomon Lane.
Oh, the blow be on your hands.
The blow be on your hands, Ethan.
Yeah. But when he does appear, like for good, he is in it quite a bit, I think.
Sure, but a lot of times he was kind of just like standing there,
Well, again,
all right, we'll get into it in spoilers because I can't talk about why that is. But that was my only problem. And really, it wasn't that big of a problem. It's just I also have to think about it's my first viewing, and I don't know. Like War for the Planet of the Apes is a good comparison though, because this one just like that. Even though it has a lot of action, don't get me wrong, it does not just say, all right, it's just all about the action. We just forget about the characters. Yeah, so I give it huge credit there. It's probably my favorite movie this year so far.
For me it is.
So there you go. That is that's our review. Bye.
Very glowing.
Yeah, very glowing. All right, now that's the review. If you haven't seen the movie, get out of here. Go see it. Come back. Pause this video. Put it in your save. No one's gonna do this. No one's gonna watch this. But all right.
Watch the spoiler cast. Come on.
Watch the spoiler cast. All right. So let's talk about this movie in depth as much as we want. Anything.
Sure.
We can even spoil the next movie. I know what's gonna happen.
Oh man! Wow. I have the script here.
Another nuke.
Oh wow!
Fuck. This time 6. Oh, and they're all over the world. It's like the Dragon Balls. They have to go collect them.
My god, that would be amazing!
They have to go collect
Dragon Ball Tom Cruise, dude.
Oh, shit. Oh, he's gonna be Gohan.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Alec Baldwin will be Goku. Actually, we're in spoilers. That won't happen.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He's the only one who dies, really. That is a character that's from a previous Mission Impossible. Because, all right, so this is the one thing I want to talk about. All right, this whole movie, let's talk about spoilers and then we can talk about set pieces. Or unless you want to talk about set pieces first.
I was thinking we just go through each set piece as they go in order and just talk about them because I think they're juicy enough for that.
Okay, all right, we can do that. All right, so the first one that happened was
pre-intro.
Yeah, the pre-intro.
I'm counting that as a set piece.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. He has a self-driving car. It's not self-driving. He's using a remote, but... that was good. There's a whole set piece in the beginning where they have to go. They're undercover, and Ethan, Benji, and Luther, is that his name?
Luther.
Yeah, Luther are going to go get the plutonium, the nukes, whatever, from this guy. I don't know. He's just some guy. Who was he? He's just this guy. I think his actual name in the credits is some guy. So they have to get it from some guy, and of course they get apprehended or they get attacked. I'm sorry, not apprehended. They get sneaked up and attacked by the new villains, the Apostles. That's right.
Yeah.
Which is another form of the Syndicate from the last movie. Which was the Solomon Lane. That was his organization. So this is like the remnants, I think, and some others, I think,
Yeah.
of them.
If you played Metal Gear Solid 2, just think of them as the Patriots.
The Patriots, yeah.
So,
I guess.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess so. But you don't really... This is one thing that was weird. Like, yeah, the Apostles cool, but you only see 2 of them in this whole entire movie. Everybody else...
well, maybe they're setting up for it on the 7th.
Oh,
it's like the thing with John Wick.
That's true, yeah. Oh, imagine they tie in the Continental with this.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's in the same... It could be in the same universe. I don't
see
how this would...
Not?
Fuck it. Let's do like Avengers. Fuck it. Everything gotta be... God. Let's go. Everything gotta be a universe. Put Tom Cruise from The Mummy in there, too. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Did you ever see The Mummy?
No.
Yeah. That's good. But, that's the best part of that. I'm glad that movie came out just because of that weird trailer. I keep calling it a weird trailer, but it's just weird audio.
Yeah.
But that's probably funnier than anything related to The Mummy ever.
Okay.
But, all right. So anyway, Alright. So the first action scene's pretty good. It's just a little it's a little taste. You get a little taste. You get.
It's a
action.
gunfight.
Yeah, it's a gunfight. And it has a cool moment where Benji uses his phone to control his car to come over so they can escape. But Luther is about to get killed by one of the bad guys. But Tom Cruise saves him. That's all right. At first, I thought Luther was dead, but I forgot there's already scenes in the trailer. That's one thing I hate about trailers. When when you see a character like supposedly getting killed, but you know there's other scenes in the trailers you've seen of this character that haven't happened yet. So I was just like, so immediately they tell you he's not dead. He had a bulletproof vest, which makes sense. Of course he would. But yeah, that whole scene was good. It was a nice little tease.
Yeah.
What was the next one after that?
Well, we should talk about the guy in the hospital, right?
Yeah, isn't that right after though?
Well, I think that's part of the whole set piece, the pre-intro.
Yeah. That part was fucking awesome. Okay, so
that was cool as fuck.
I love the intros, like I said, of Mission Impossible. I don't know why. The Rogue Nation one was my favorite until this one. Because Rogue Nation was just like, all right, here you go. I'm going to strap myself to this box. Adios! And then it starts up the intro. Here... I thought it really happened. I really thought they fucked up. Yeah. They got the bad guys got the plutonium, and they actually bombed 3 different places. Where was it? It was the Vatican, right?
It was Rome.
Rome for the Vatican. Jerusalem, and was it India?
No, it was somewhere around there.
Yeah, somewhere. I had 3 places. It doesn't matter. It didn't happen anyway. Spoilers. But the whole time I thought they really did it. And I was just like, oh fuck, and fucking Tom Cruise, the Ethan Hunt, the character is not an actor, but he should be an actor in the movie because he does a really good job. I thought he was legit pissed. It looked like he was about to murder a dude in a hospital bed. And they trick him. They make it seem like this guy who made these bombs and he was one of the apostle members, I guess. He wanted to blow up 3 different places with these nukes that he made, and they. He thought he won, and Tom Cruise has to still get something from him. So he makes a deal where he's just like, "All right, we'll have it so that the news, Wolf Blitzer, in a cameo, which was weird, will read off your manifesto." Right? That's what it was.
Yeah.
And then the guy that made the bombs will give him the codes to find John Lark, the main villain. So. So they do this. They have this whole setup where it's just like, all right, here we go. Wolf Blitzer. He's outside. He's doing the news, and the guy thinks he won. He's just like, oh, that's fine. I'll give you the passcodes. And then it reveals itself to be just bullshit.
A ruse.
A ruse. And it's pretty awesome. When those walls came down, and then Wolf
Simon
Blitzer,
Pegg,
as Wolf, mask. It was Wolf Blitzer, and then he ripped off his mask. It was Simon Pegg, and then he shoots him with that thing. He's just like, fuck you, and then it goes straight to the intro. I was like, oh my god,
yes,
that was so good. Oh, there's so many
intro.
There's so many moments. There's one moment like that later on, which we'll get to. But anyway, that was an awesome moment. So that started off the movie. That was perfect. The perfect beginning.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess I'll prelude it to the next set piece. Is basically Ethan Hunt has to team up with Henry Cavill who
Yes.
is August Walker, and they basically have to find the plutonium, but they have to get to a person first
I love this scene.
and
This is
find John Lark.
all right. So actually, one thing I want to say is that the reason why this Walker guy is working with Tom Cruise is because Tom Cruise messed up and he still lost the plutonium. They haven't used it yet. That whole thing was a ruse about the bombs going off, but the bad guys still have the plutonium. Who's the actress? She played
Michelle
Tina Turner.
Monaghan?
No, Abigail. No, not Abigail. What's her name? God damn it, she played.
What's her name?
I forgot the character's name too. She's the black lady. She shows up.
Cyan Brooke?
Yeah, what's the actress name though? I forgot.
That's the actress name. That's not her anyways.
No, that's not her. No. Anyway, she played Tina Turner. So Tina Turner shows up and says, "All right, the reason why I want my boy here, Henry Cavill Walker, to go with you is because you messed up, Ethan. You're a bad little boy. So bring Superman with you. This is actual dialogue, and bring Superman with you, and he's gonna help you out." And immediately you can tell Superman isn't too thrilled with the whole idea of working with Ethan. Anyway, especially the one scene on the fucking plane, which is. It was that was the part where I was just like, Jesus, okay. They don't have a good relationship at first, and they're about to jump out of a plane to go and meet with a contact or something. What were they meeting up at?
They're meeting up in Paris to find White Widow.
Yeah, White Widow, and they along the way have to take the identity of who they think is John Lark. Yeah. So along the way, they jump out of the plane because they can't just drive there.
Mm-hmm. Which is just awesome. This fucking halo jump, the way it's shot, and the way that Henry Cavill goes first, and then it follows Cruise, and then he eventually jumps out. Was awesome.
It was awesome. It was like a nice little kind of long take of that. One thing I love though is that they're jumping into a thunderstorm. Yeah. So there's this one nice shot of Tom Cruise looking down, and the camera kind of goes above him, so you just see these giant clouds. I can imagine that will look awesome in IMAX, but he's just looking at these fucking clouds. He's like, all right, no, we can't do that. And Henry Cavill just rips out of his oxygen thing, which, there you go, perfect. It's actually showing that in the behind-the-scenes footage I'm showing right now. There you go. That's it. So he rips out that little cable, and Henry Cavill's just like, shut up, and just jumps out of the plane. I'm just like, Jesus, all right, what a dick. By the way, that mustache looks great. It was good.
I'm glad he kept it. Fuck Justice League.
Yeah, fuck Justice League. That mustache is gonna make more money than Justice League will. So, this movie's gonna make more money than Justice League. I have a good
definitely.
Feeling. Yeah. So. Good choice on you, boy. But all right, so that whole scene's great. But yeah, the whole them jumping down, Halo dropping into their mission. Where was it? A casino, right? You said
it's like a ball.
Yeah, it was like a ball. It was something like that. I don't know. But then the whole like infiltrating thing, that was fun. I actually really like watching Henry Cavill just not being good at being a spy, just being a brute. So he's just like he's not being inconspicuous at all. Like, not even a little bit. He's just, first of all, he's this giant burly dude anyway, so I don't know. So, all right, they walk into... They have a tracker on this John Lark guy. They got it from the hospital, the whole reenactment thing. So they're checking... They're trying to find this John Lark guy, and they walk into a bathroom, and of course the John Lark guy... This is also kind of weird. The John Lark guy is Asian.
Yes.
And he knows Kung Fu. I just wanted to bring that up. And not only does he know Kung Fu, he knows badass Kung Fu, where he could take down not only Tom Cruise, who is like, he's aged, but he's indestructible, and Superman. He could take out both of them.
Yeah.
And almost has no problem with it whatsoever until someone comes and helps them. But that whole fight scene in that bathroom is awesome.
So good. It's like up there with John Wick and stuff like that.
It's fucking it's brutal too. Like, there's a part where the fucking Asian dude, the John Lark guy, goes through the mirror, and it just like doesn't even destroy the mirror. It destroys almost the entire sink too.
Yeah, and they destroy like a whole section of the wall.
Yeah,
which was fucking awesome. Yeah. And just the way it builds up, and it's like really like suspenseful because Tom Cruise is about to sedate him.
Yeah.
And he's going up to the toilet or the urinal where this Lark guy is, and then some guy comes up, the guy who comes up to the urinal right next to him, so he blocks Tom Cruise. That was great. Just all these little moments just add up, and it's just this movie's fucking great. All right.
I'm watching him jump out of a fucking airplane right now. This is all behind the scenes. He's really jumped out of a fucking airplane.
Yeah, the dude is crazy.
I know. I'm watching. They took two camera guys. Well, it's not, I don't even think they're cameramen. I think they actually took two guys that usually jump out of planes and put a fucking camera on their face and said, "All right, Tom, you can jump out too. These guys will follow you." Yeah. I'm watching this right now. This is fucking nuts. So yeah, that whole fucking fight scene was amazing. You know what? That makes me wish this movie was rated R. Just that one scene, I would have loved it. I mean, it actually ends in a brutal way, kind of. There's a lot of blood that came out of that boy.
Amount of blood.
Yeah,
and it goes on for the perfect length.
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes. That was like perfect. Maybe not even. It might have been shorter than that.
Yeah,
like
and there's a little break, and then it continued for a little bit.
Yeah, there's a quick fight. There was like a really quick fight. He goes through the mirror, and then this is why I love Henry Cavill in this movie. He's a brute. He's not thinking of anything, so he just takes the laptop that they need to make a mask to pretend to be this John Lark guy, and he just smashes over the John Lark guy head. He's like, "There you go, look, I did it."
Yeah, and so they pull him into a stall so that they can get his information and stuff, right?
Yeah, to scan his face so they can make the mask, which that's like their one gimmick, isn't it?
Yeah.
They always do that. They do it like...
Seems to work out all right since Henry Cavill eventually forgets about that.
Yeah, he forgets about that until he says until he brings up that Halloween line. He's just like, and he's like, wait, oh, fuck. Which that's great. But all right, so that whole scene is amazing. I did wish it was kind of more brutal, just a little bit. I mean, it was already brutal for PG-13. They took it as close. Not even just not even bloody. Like, I mean, no, I did want bloody. That's pretty much it. I wanted like some bones to break, bro. Yo, I'm sick.
Yeah.
I want Tom Cruise to break a bone, but because he's Tom Cruise, he just like pops it back in. And he doesn't even fuck care. And then he starts running. That's what that boy does. Yeah, he did in real life. He broke his ankle and he said, "No, fuck, I'm finishing the scene."
Yeah.
But no, maybe a little bit more, but it doesn't matter. It was perfect. I'm just being a dick.
Perfect.
It was perfect. I was just being a dick. It doesn't need to be bloody. It has blood. That part where Rebecca Ferguson's character shows up and just shoots her right in the fucking head.
Yeah. Great introduction.
Yeah, that was. And I really liked her in Rogue Nation, so I'm glad she's actually like a big part of the team now.
Yeah.
So it does make me wish we got more Jeremy Renner, because I really liked him in Ghost Protocol, and he wasn't really used that much in Rogue Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like shot 2 dudes in Rogue Nation.
Yeah, so they end up finding out that the Lork guy, they have to, since he's dead, they have to assume his identity, or Tom Cruise does, to get to talk to this White Widow person.
Yeah, and I love that. Tom Cruise just says, "Fuck, I'll just pretend to be him." It's like, how do you know she doesn't already know what this guy looks like? I don't.
Yeah.
I just gotta have to hope.
Just have to guess.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to hope she doesn't. So he goes in to this like, I guess it looks like just kind of like
VIP area.
Yeah, VIP area and stuff. And he just goes in and immediately he talks to this woman for a second and she trusts him. And not only does he trust him, immediately after he gains her trust and pretends to be John Lark and makes her believe that he is. Immediately a bunch of people try to go kill her and him. It looked like they were trying to kill her too, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which at first I thought they were just trying to kill Tom Cruise because they wanted to kill John Lark. But it looked like they're also trying to kill the Black Widow.
Well, they're both part of that secret group, right?
Yeah,
the Apostles. So, yeah.
So that scene was awesome too, because at first he has to like kind of kill people kind of like quietly, but it doesn't really work out. Like, he stabs one dude in the throat and just like kind of like gently puts him on the ground. Just like, all right, there you go. I did that, and then like 2 other dudes show him. He's like, "Fuck!" And it just becomes pandemonium. That's a great action scene too. That's too many. Yeah. That's too fucking many.
There's a lot of great ones, and also they're very varied because the bathroom fight's a fist fight, right?
Yeah.
There's like one big gun battle. There's a couple small ones. There's of course the big helicopter part, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
And amazing car chase as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
So lots of varied action scenes
There
as
is a
well.
lot of varied. That's a good point. I mean, you have everything. You have people jumping out of airplanes. You got people driving helicopters. You got, and
People
when I
driving
say
motorcycles.
people, I obviously mean Tom Cruise. There's fist fights. There's knife fights. There's beheadings. There's people get gutted. It's just all the best stuff. So, all right, those last two, no. But in my Mission Impossible, people be getting beheaded. But stuff will be falling out, let me tell you. It will be guts. Let me tell you. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, God. I'm upset. There's no Volt Boy in this. I just want to throw that joke in there. Everybody is. So,
yeah.
I want to be the 12 millionth review on YouTube to say it.
Okay. So I think we should transition to where where Solomon Lane finally gets his part, right?
Okay, yeah. All right, you explain.
Okay, so Tom Cruise, who they still think is Lork, White Widow still trusts him, and so she goes up to her boss, basically, and they explain to him that they need to capture Solomon Lane, who's in police custody, and there's this escort that the police have, and they already have it all mapped out. And so basically they want Ethan Hunt to plan out a hit and rescue or capture Solomon Lane from the police, but that requires in their plan Ethan to kill police officers.
Yeah.
And there's this great part where
I love this part because I thought it was actually happening. I was like, oh,
yeah. There's an envision of Tom Cruise and all of the brutes basically killing policemen.
Yeah.
And it's great because...
It's like one take, it looks like, too.
Yeah. And it's great because they actually show you what it would look like if that happened, and you think for a second, holy shit, this is actually happening, but then realize it's not happening. So it works because you get to see it actually happen, but you also know that that's not what's actually going to happen.
And what actually happens is completely different. And I like that the idea of what he decided to do made more sense.
Yes.
It did.
Very much.
Yeah. It was a little bit more inconspicuous, too, because he's just like, bam, knock it off the bridge part or whatever, not bridge, it's like an underpass or whatever. Knock it off there into the water, get two people to go in, take out those guards and take the guy out and get out of there before they can even get to the van that's in the water. So that plan made more sense. That was definitely more like Mission Impossible.
Smarter.
Yeah. It was smart. Yeah, it wasn't just like, let's shoot everybody.
Because in a lesser movie, I think they would have just done that because they don't care about the main character and they don't have a moral compass.
Right, yeah. Like if it was a mechanic movie, then I don't know. I always shit on the mechanic. Like no one gives a fuck about the mechanic.
Yeah, so in that movie, Jason Statham would be like, all right. And then they'll just show you it happening.
Yeah, and actually, no, that would happen, but then he would just try to make it look like an accident because that's what the mechanic's all about. If you saw the original Mechanic, right?
No.
That's a great movie. It's actually a legit, really good movie. Right. If you like Death Wish, then you'll like that. I think, at least. I don't know. But, yeah, that's the whole thing about him. He's just like, he makes things look like accidents. And the original movie made sense. And these two ones, it's just like, how the fuck you make that look like an accident? He blew his head off.
Yeah.
He cooked something on the stove and it exploded. Like, yeah, okay.
Right. So Ethan pulls off his version of the plan, and it works out great. It involves a long motorcycle chase scene where the cops are chasing after him.
And can I just say this? I can't believe we have another movie with a really awesome motorcycle chase, because we just had one, and I know it's an animated movie, but we just had one in Incredibles 2.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, Incredibles 2 was like, this is fucking awesome. This is great action. I know it's animated, so it's a little easier to do, obviously, but still awesome. And then this one, I was just like, oh, this is real.
Yeah, and since Tom Cruise is going against the way the traffic is going, it's really impressive. And I don't know if it's showing in the behind-the-scenes part, but did they show that?
Yeah, I think they're showing that. Oh, no, they're showing the part where he gets out of the motorcycle right now.
Okay.
Oh, no, this is later on when he's chasing Henry Cavill. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, no, he's on a motorcycle now. There we go. It's showing it right now. Yeah, he's doing it. This kid's insane.
Yeah. So, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. What nice way to spice up the car chase scene. There's usually a chase scene. Yeah. Mission Impossible. but just really effective. And that's again tying back to what I said earlier, where this movie has all the elements of Mission Impossible just perfected into one glorious
just one
package.
It's like the ultimate Mission Impossible movie.
It's Mission Impossible Ultimate.
It's like Smash Ultimate
for Switch.
Yeah. So I can't wait for Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible
Ultimate
for
Smish. So that's a new console.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I want to say one thing. Actually, in this behind the scenes, he was driving the motorcycle, but he was going really slow. So never mind. Yeah, fuck this movie. Never mind.
Oh wow.
It was all trickery. I think that's just one scene where he's going. No, he was driving fast. That actually reminded me of that one scene in Rogue Nation where he's like driving the motorcycle and he's like chasing after, I think, Rebecca Ferguson's character.
Yes, I believe so.
And isn't he like driving past, like he's like on a mountaintop or something like that, like one of those side roads on a mountain or something. I was just like, how the fuck is he doing this while going like, I might just fall off this motherfucker. Better make this turn real quick or I'll be dead at instant. But I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd shit my pants. So I'd be the worst Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
But all right. So that whole set piece is great. Go ahead.
And they capture Solomon Lane, and so just to quickly go into it, there's a great scene with the policewoman.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, so basically, they run away from all the cops. Seems like they're good, and then all of a sudden, whoops! Looks like they're smuggling this guy into this car, and this policewoman sees it because like the garage door opens.
Yeah,
and the policewoman's outside. It's like, oh fuck!
Oh, and it's like a long, awkward, just like standoff.
Yeah, like it's like obviously they didn't plan for it at all.
Yeah, no, obviously not.
They're not even being clever, smart with it.
Yeah. And even Tom Cruise is at the point where he's just like, I don't know what the fuck, I'm just gonna like walk up to her and go, hey, Mikasa, Yukasa, whatever. Hey, chill, Netflix and chill, whatever.
This is French police.
Yeah.
Mikasa, Sukasa.
I said Mikasa, Yukasa.
Yukasa.
Hey, Bonguerno, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know where I am.
Yeah. So after that, they take Solomon Grundy.
Solomon Grundy. The brother Solomon. So
yeah.
Solomon Grundy. He comes back 7 days later.
They take Lane and the part where they're like kind of interrogating him.
Yeah.
And Ving Rhames holds that thing up to his neck.
Yeah, he does. He's like holding the thing up, but it's like real tense because he's talking shit to Ethan Hunt while it's happening.
If you've seen the trailer, it's that narration.
Yeah, he's like, the blood will be on your hands. The blood will be on your hands.
Right.
But yeah, that whole scene. Actually, I kind of want to go back to the policewoman real quick. I do really like that. In the end, Ethan, even though he still has to like kill people, he's not gonna kill the bad people. And when she gets shot at that one point, and the four dudes show up and say like, "Hey, you need to come back to who was it again?" They had to come back to White Widow, or it wasn't the White Widow, right? That brought him. Yeah, no, it was because she said 4 of my men died, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
It was her, so she's bad. She almost killed a policewoman. And then Ethan Hunt's just like, fuck this. He just shoots all 4 of them dead right there.
Yeah, because they're about to kill the policewoman.
Yeah, and I like that he's like, I'm sorry, and he even like presses the her communicator, or what is it called again?
The scanner, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It's speaky box. So she
speaky box.
The speaky box. I really like that scene. I thought that was one of the things I love most about it, is that we got to see him be a little more human. I mean, he's always saving the world, but it's just kind of like, it seems like he's just doing it because it's his job.
It's a very wide scope, big stuff happening.
Yeah, it's just like, I need to save the world. In this universe, we don't know any of these fucking people, so he's just saving the world filled with people I don't know.
Yeah, so it felt like a more intimate moment.
Yeah, it was intimate. There you go. So anyway, back to the interview part. The interview. Interrogation, whatever.
So basically he's talking about the plutonium and why he wants the world to do this and all this stuff. And so basically they take him. Is this where they take him to the underground spot?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's pretty it's right after.
It just takes a little bit.
Yeah, I think there might have been like, I don't know, 2 more scenes of Tom Cruise running. I don't know.
Yes. So they take him underground, and they're preparing to make the deal where they're going to turn him in for the plutonium, right?
Yeah. Yes. And then Alec Baldwin's there.
Baldwin's there.
Yeah, he just like appears out of the shadows. He's just like, I'm here. And he's like, at first it seems like he's just like with the plan.
Yeah.
But then he just drops some news on Tom Cruise, like, hey man, I think you might be a double agent or whatever. Or like, no, you're not that you're a double agent, you're just cracked. And now you're just like working with the apostles.
Yeah, he's going rogue.
And you're John Lark. I think you're John Lark. And this is actually set up in the beginning of the film. Well, not beginning, it's like the first 30 minutes, where Henry Cavill talks to the agent woman, who's like the head of the oh no, she's like the Secretary of State or something like that. But whatever. Anyway, he's telling her that like this guy's kind of like snapped or whatever. He's pretty much insinuating that he's gone rogue and like this guy, you know, is not the same person as he used to be. So he's kind of setting up this whole thing about like, oh, he's actually betraying the America and, you know, freedom. And all
the IMF.
The IMF, yeah. Well, freedom too. Freedom, most important.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Gotta have freedom. But
so it seems like they take down Alec Baldwin.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean?
Like, that's when he drugs him, right?
Yeah, that's when because Alec Baldwin shows him and says, yeah, you're this, that, and you're all coming with me. And then, of course, they have only a limited amount of time to bring Solomon Grundy to White Widow. So they just say, fuck it, trank Alec Baldwin, knock him out. By the way, I do want to say this. They stick that needle in a lot of people's necks the entire movie. They did that like 7 times. You know what, another thing I noticed in this movie? There's a lot of times where someone says, what's the plan? And then someone says, I'm working on it. I don't quite know yet. Which I like that as a running joke because everybody says that at one point.
Yeah.
But
and they bring up the what did they say at the end of all the tapes?
Your mission if you choose to accept it. Like a bunch of people.
Do you really choose to accept it? Like they do that.
What happens if you don't choose to accept it? Well, I guess I'm out of a fucking job. And I get like 2 in the back of the head or something to conceal government secrets or something. I don't know, but what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Alec Baldwin gets tranked. He goes, ugh, he falls down. And then Boss Baby goes down. So they, I won't let him down. Fuck that. No, from now on, he will be the Boss
Baby. He was Trump, and now he's
Trump Baby. I can't wait until the next Boss Baby. You know he's gonna do like a Trump thing in there. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be so funny.
He's gonna like crack into the Trump voice. I bet.
Yeah, or he's gonna have a wig on. Oh, they're gonna put a wig on him, like as like a Halloween thing. It's gonna be a Halloween thing, and he already wears the suit, so it's like perfect.
Yeah, pretty.
And he's gonna be like, "Hey, I'm a baby. Get it? Cause Trump's a baby." And then everybody in the audience will be like, "Gah, gah, gah, gah."
Yeah, baby.
It's funny because he's a baby, Jerry. I think so.
Baby time, baby.
Remember when How to Train Your Dragon had like a bunch of emotion? I'm glad DreamWorks is doing this though.
I've seen The Boss Baby. I've not seen How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, fuck. Well, Shrek had more emotion than the Boss Baby. Boss Baby's like, oh, isn't it great if you brothers, right? What? The fuck does that? What? He just said brothers. Yeah, brothers, right? All right. Anyway, back to this movie. Anyway, Alec Baldwin gets tranked, and then Mission Impossible Man decides, you know what, let's do the mission anyway. Screw this. I want to save the world, freedom, all that shit. And he tells Henry Cavill, all right, we're going to do all this stuff. We're going to scan Solomon Grundy's face and put it on Simon Pegg, and he'll pretend to be him, and we'll give him fake Solomon Grundy to White Widow. Peg's like, wait, what happens if I get killed by, what's her name, Elaine? Elsa? Isla, right, that's her name, right?
Yes.
Because she wants to kill Solomon Grundy. Because that'll make her free from her government, whatever. And he's just like, I don't know, I'm working on it. That's their way. Just I'm working on it. So this is the whole intricate plan that they're setting up right now that never happens.
Yeah, so it's all bullshit.
Yeah, again, just like the scene earlier with the fucking dude in the hospital bed.
Yeah, and so basically what we find out in this scene is that Henry Cavill is the backstabber.
Yeah, he's a backstabber. Right when they leave, he's supposed to be like communicating with them on a computer or whatever and watching or doing something. And he just turns the computer on. He's like, fuck this. He went to go get Solomon Kane. And
Kane!
he went to go get Solomon. And he immediately starts dropping like, I'm evil man. Oh, you're evil man too, and let's do some evil shit. And immediately he realizes, oh, fuck. And he rips off the mask, and it's Simon Pegg instead of Solomon Payne. And Alec Baldwin puts a gun up to his head. He's like, yeah, that's right, I got you, bitch. And then Henry Cavill's like, nah, I got you, bitch. And then Alec Baldwin's like, nah, I had another gun, bitch. It's like,
this one's loaded.
This one actually has bullets. That was a good scene. So Henry Cavill seems like he's done. It looks like, oh, we got the upper hand, but of course something happens where that doesn't exactly happen. And it ends with a long chase where Tom Cruise has to chase down Henry Cavill, who got a big-ass head start. So Tom Cruise has to really start. And also...
Well, there's a shot with Henry Cavill just walking, and then it cuts to Tom Cruise running.
That motherfucker's going at least 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That boy's quick. But yeah, he's going real fast, and it just keeps cutting to. It's like whenever you see like a serial killer in a horror movie, and they're just kind of walking and the girl's running. It's like that except for reversed.
Yeah. There's a great scene in a church.
Oh yeah, that's great when he has to like cross over, because the entire time Simon Pegg as Benji is telling him how to get to him, because he has
the location. He has the location of Henry Cavill.
Yeah, so he's telling him make a left, and he's like, okay. And he goes through a church that's having a service, a funeral for, I'm assuming, like a priest or something, but or like someone big.
So like a lot of people, and it's really sad. And he's just walking around.
And he's like, where do I go now? Left? No, sorry, right. Oh, right, okay.
Imagine sitting there and then he yells out, "I'm so sorry."
I'm so sorry.
And he just sprints out.
Yeah,
because a bunch of the mean gangster people are like surrounding him.
That's actually in the credits. They label them as mean gangster people. So that's funny. I'm watching fucking Tom Cruise hang off of a helicopter right now. Excuse me.
Nice.
But all right. So yeah, he's chasing Henry Cavill, and this was probably the funniest part of the movie, where Benji's telling him how to get there, and Benji keeps fucking up. And he has like the thing. He's like, "All right, cool. Make a left." And he's like, "Make a left? How?" And he realized, oh shit, he had the screen upside down.
Yeah.
Make a right. Sorry, shit. And then the entire time he's telling Tom Cruise what to do, like, go here, go make a left. And he's just like, okay, so he has to jump over a fucking, like he's on a rooftop for some reason. I don't remember exactly why he's on. Oh, because he has to climb up. I remember. Never mind.
Yeah.
So he's on a roof, and he has to, like, keep jumping rooftop to rooftop, and Simon Pegg doesn't understand what's the problem, because he thought he was on street level.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, he's like wondering why he's having so much trouble, and then like he shifts the view. He's like, "Oh, I had it on 2D.
I had it on 2D view, so he didn't know. He didn't know that fucker was like 3 stories in the air,
out of buildings."
He's jumping up, and until he tells him, like, "I'm gonna jump out of a building." He's like, "Wait, hold on. Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry." I don't know, because Benji the entire time is like giving him shit, like, "Why are you taking so long?" It's like, fucking hell. And actually, that actually reminds me of a scene earlier we didn't talk about, where Henry Cavill fucks up while he's doing the free fall, and he's just like, whatever, it's a storm, who gives a shit? And then they both get shocked by lightning.
Yeah.
And Henry Cavill passes out. And his oxygen thing is messed up, so Tom Cruise gives him his, and when they both land, Henry Cavill's like, "Oh, it looks like you lost your oxygen." I'm badass. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
A lot of funny beats in this movie.
Yeah,
they work really well.
I also like that, if you think about it, him destroying that laptop at one point could have been on purpose. Him fucking up constantly it was probably on purpose, just to slow down Ethan and even a little way, because he's the bad guy.
That'll be great for a second watch, because then you'll
You'll
know
notice.
about the double crosses, and then you can piece stuff together like that.
Yeah,
I think there was a few moments like that.
Yeah. So all right, that whole chase scene is great because it's really not even much of a chase scene because it's like it's almost like the opposite of a chase scene because there's one guy slowly
Catching
walking
up.
away. It's a catching up. It's not even a chase. It's like I need to catch up real quick. To the point where he's like hanging off an elevator looking at Henry Cavill, and Henry Cavill just shows.
Shot.
Yeah, I love that shot too. And he puts like the picture of his wife on the grate, and he's just like, "Oh,
so
fuck.
good."
It is really good. And he's just like, "Yep, that's right, bitch.
Yeah,
I know who you."
If you tell her anything, I'll kill her.
I'll kill her.
Because he's her guardian angel.
Yep, he's gonna kill her anyway too. It looked like, so
Yeah.
it didn't matter. I'm sure Tom Cruise knew that too.
Yeah, so Henry Cavill and Solomon Grundy escape from a helicopter on the top of this roof, of like this really tall building, and there's this great like wide shot that pans out and shows Tom Cruise. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. When he's on top of the building and he's in the helicopter and it's like this really long, like big shot of just him on top of the roof. And he's like this little smack. You talk about that, right?
Yeah.
And obviously that was actually him on top of that roof because he wouldn't do that. Even if you can't see him, there's no way in hell he would let anybody else do that shot for some fucking reason. he could have like stumbled and he would have been dead for a shot that had no, like he didn't need to do it. Which I love. That was great. I'm watching Henry Cavill right now rock climbing, so that's good.
Right.
It's good that Henry Cavill also did.
So yeah, just quick recap. Henry Cavill, heel turn, Solomon Lane. He's free. He's going to set up these plutonium bombs. They have the plutonium.
They even go to, there's a whole, like, they go to this one part in India. It's in India, right? Kashmir, I think. And it's just like this medical camp. And everybody's like wondering why the hell they picked this medical camp, and there's a reason because Tom Cruise's wife is there, and he's using that as like a kind of like a just in case Tom Cruise comes or something like that, or not even that. I think Solomon Lane's I was gonna say Kane again. Solomon Lane's whole purpose is that he just wants to take something away from him. I think that was really the whole thing, and he even was like gonna stay there with one of the or actually 3 of the nukes. Well, we're all 3 of them right there.
There's just 2, right?
Just 2.
Because they have one of them. The IMF have one of them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they got it from.
Yeah, so there's 2 bombs, and they both have to be deactivated at the same time, and they both need this detonator that Henry Cavill has.
Yes.
So that's a setup for the whole 3rd act, which is incredible.
Yeah, you have to deactivate both bombs at the exact same time. 4 of the people are there trying to deactivate it. And
you have to do like some complex instructions of how to deactivate it.
Yeah, you have to cut these wires at the same time and cut this one. You have to rotate this slowly and shit. I'm like, oh fuck. It reminded me of that. What's that game?
Don't keep talking and nobody explodes.
Yeah, that and also that one you don't know Jack game that we play, Bomb Corps.
Bomb Corps.
Yeah, it just reminded me. Do this in this order, or this shit's gonna blow up. I'm like, oh, okay. Fuck.
Okay, so the IMF people get to this health base.
Yes.
And they find the first bomb pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was
like almost
obvious.
immediately.
Yeah, it was a little obvious.
And,
it was just like,
Tom,
it was like
right. And Tom Cruise finds his wife there, and she starts to help them out. And so Simon Pegg and someone else, was it?
Simon Pegg and wasn't Isla or?
Rebecca Ferguson.
Yeah, because they were looking at first, but then Simon Pegg found what he thought was a bomb, but actually ended up being what was it, like, X-ray machine or something like that.
Yeah, there's just like this room of like briefcases that could all be a bomb.
Yeah,
another great moment.
Yeah, and then that was the most like when it comes to radiation, that was the one that was ticking it off the most. But it was an X-ray machine because it's a medical. It actually made sense why that would be there. I thought at first I was like, why is it there? I was like, oh yeah, that's right. This is a fucking like a medical camp. I was like, that makes sense.
Right. So Ving Rhames is handling the first one. They already have it. He's working on it. And then Simon Pegg and Rebecca Ferguson look for the second one. The second one is where Solomon Lane's like hideout is. Mm-hmm. And it is great action scene against Rebecca Ferguson, Simon Pegg, and Lane. And Lane. Yeah.
Sean Harris is the actor.
Sean Harris, right.
You can call him Lane, though. I like calling him Grundy and shit. So.
And Grundy.
and Grundy.
I forgot that he's a good fighter.
Yeah, yeah. In the first one, like doesn't he have like a nice long fight scene with Ethan Hunt or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Does he?
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he fights. So he's beating the shit out of both of them. Well, which isn't hard. Benji's not really a fighter, so he's getting his ass beat. Which is he's trying to throw punches, but poor little guy's getting his ass beat. But
he gets hung up on a noose.
Yeah, he gets straight. He straight up.
Dies.
He almost at one point I thought, oh no, his ass is dead. I thought they were gonna kill Benji. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So they get him. Isla knocks him out by choking him, and that was a brutal fight though. At first I thought one of them was gonna die. I really did. I thought maybe Isla was gonna die at first, but I was like, she's kind of new. But Simon Pegg's been here since the third movie. Maybe he'll die. The only one to die is Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, and he died when Henry Cavill did that heel turn.
Yeah, when he turned bad, or I guess he was always bad, but whatever. He showed that he was bad, and he stabbed him. Oh, what a big man! Henry Cavill stabbed aged Alec Baldwin. he stabbed the boss baby. Uncle, man from Uncle, fucking took out boss baby.
Right. So that's what's going on with the two bombs.
Yes.
And so that's taken care of. But the main thing is Henry Cavill is on this helicopter. The helicopter takes off. There's another helicopter behind, and it's carrying some big supply thing. I don't know what it was.
It was I think it was just supplies.
It was just supplies. It's this big ball. If you've seen the trailer, you know what we're talking about. So
I'm pretty sure it was just supplies. Yeah.
So Ethan Hunt, he needs to get the detonator from Henry Cavill, who's on one of the helicopters. He gets on the helicopter that Henry Cavill's not on, and he gets on there by this big ball, and it's an amazing stunt.
Yeah, it is.
Just that part.
That part is amazing. He's just like trying to get up on that fucking helicopter, and he falls at one point, which I wonder if that was actually scripted.
Maybe.
I'm assuming it is, because it seemed like it was like it was supposed to be that one shot where you think he fell, but there he is. And he's like hanging. By the way, when he was hanging off the ball part, that pose he was doing, wasn't that? I thought it was funny. I don't know why. I thought that pose was weird.
I know what you're talking
about. Yeah, that pose is strange. So if you see the movie again, everybody, watch out for that pose. I thought it was weird. But it was funny. But anyway, and they play the Mission Impossible theme real quick. I was like, there you go. So yeah, the whole stunt, him just like climbing up that helicopter and shit. I was just like, God damn! All right, he strapped himself to an airplane the last movie. This time he's climbing up helicopters while high up in the air already and shit. Like, I don't know. Like, this kid, I keep calling him kid. He's like double my age, but he's insane, and I love it. So yeah, that whole sequence is great when he's trying to climb up the helicopter.
So he hijacks the helicopter. Small little fight there, but he hijacks the helicopter. He gets it under control because it's falling, and so he realizes, "Fuck, I need to get on this fucking other helicopter to get the detonator." And so then it's like you're thinking, "What the fuck is he gonna do, man? Get on this other helicopter."
At first I thought what he was gonna do is he was gonna jump between helicopters. Which that would have been fucking nuts if he did that. Like he just like leveled it up perfectly and just jumped into the helicopter. He didn't do that. What he did was even more insane. He just said after a little while of trying to he actually used the cargo of that big ball thing that was attached to it.
Yeah, he tried dropping it on the helicopter.
Yeah, he tried to do that, which was probably not a good idea.
No.
Because it would just blown up the thing and destroyed the detonator, most likely. I mean, it would kill Henry Cavill, so cool. But so his plans are, all right, do that, didn't work. All right, this time, fuck it. I'm just going to knock my helicopter into his helicopter and hope everything works out. It does. and they have a nice little fight scene where it looks like it was a quick little fight scene between Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise. It looked like Henry Cavill was beating his ass too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but the helicopters get fucked up.
Oh, yeah, they get fucked up. Yeah, they get stuck in like crevices and shit.
Yeah, and before it even crashes, like Tom Cruise's helicopter is on fire. It's getting crazy. Looks like it's about to blow up.
Yeah.
And so they crashes it, and then like the helicopter like flip around a whole lot, and then you get stuck in the crevice. And there's this great stuff with the hook.
Yeah, the hook. They show you that hook prominently throughout the entire action scene for one good reason.
Yeah. And so the detonator's on this mountain, and Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill get like pushed off the mountain by this helicopter. And the helicopter, the only reason why it's hanging is because there's a hook connected to the top of the mountain on like some rock.
Right.
Yeah, and so Tom Cruise is on top, Henry Cavill's below him. They had a quick fight scene before, but Tom Cruise figures out how to get Henry Cavill away from him.
Yeah.
You want to explain that one?
All right, so all right, I thought this was kind of weird what he did. Okay, so the helicopter's hanging on by just like a flagstone. It looks like so. With the hook is attached to this flagstone. They keep like the flagstones keep like getting ripped apart, and it just keeps attaching to each flagstone. I'm pretty sure they're called flagstones, right? Just like whatever. Anyway, and Tom Cruise hanging off that freaking side of that mountain with Henry Cavill. He's just like, you know what? Fuck this. He takes the hook and he just rips it out of the stone, which I thought that was kind of weird because the helicopter was already had
a lot of pressure.
It already had a lot of pressure, and just Tom Cruise going rip the stone right out. But
I'm assuming because of how he moved it to the side, maybe that's what pushed it.
Yeah.
He didn't add more force to like pull it down.
If that's the biggest complaint I have, then this movie's fine. But yeah, he does that, and it ends with a great moment where the hook comes up, and you see it coming straight to the camera, and Henry Cavill, who by the way looks like Two-Face at this point,
it's a very 90s villain way of dying.
Yeah, fucking hook right to the face. He doesn't even get impaled by the hook. He just gets smacked in the face by it so hard. His ass is most likely already dead, and then he falls off the cliff. Right, this cliff right here. There you go.
The helicopter explodes.
And then the helicopter explodes. So it actually reminded me a little bit of the GoldenEye. You ever saw GoldenEye?
Yes.
Yeah, when 00 was it 009, 008? Sean Bean. When Sean Bean dies, he falls off a thing, and he's okay. Like he's dying, but he's like, oh, I'm still alive. And then the helicopter. Oh no, not the helicopter. All the debris falls on his ass. It was kind of like that, except reversed, where his ass falls with the helicopter. That's just something that I remember. But GoldenEye, good movie. But better game though. So yeah, that whole scene was great. It's just he gets face first right with that fucking hook, and I guess what I would like to say here is that actually they're showing this in this trailer. There's one awesome shot of Henry Cavill shooting at Tom Cruise with that big ass bazooka, which I really liked. I mean, not bazooka. I'm sorry. Did I say bazooka? I meant machine gun. Sorry, I'm looking at.
Oh right, yes.
That was a dope ass scene.
That was fucking cool. Yeah, because Henry Cavill, he's like, this guy's on our tail.
Yeah, he just like reaches back. He just has
this big ass machine gun.
Yeah,
and just
yeah, that was great. I really like that. Henry Cavill is in this movie is fun. He's really good. But I will say that his character is kind of like one note a little bit, but it was like in a good way, because his character is kind of like a minion in a way, even though he is actually supposedly the main guy, because he's supposed to be John Lark, but his character works in that way where he's one note but in a good way. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I don't think we needed a whole lot of like depth to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think the heel turn is cool.
Yeah, that's cool. And I liked him in the beginning because he's supposed to be like this badass, but he's doing like
he doesn't like Ethan Hunt from the start. You know
what it reminds me of? I know you probably didn't like this movie. Did you ever see Spy?
I didn't see it.
No, okay. Jason Statham in that movie is great. Like if you don't like the movie, I know you didn't see it, but
that is the reason why I would watch Spy.
Yeah. Jason Statham is so good in that because he's supposed to be like Jason Statham in any movie. Like he's a badass. Yeah. And I'm gonna also explain it for everybody that's watching. All two people that are still watching. And he's talking about like always on fire and stuff. In the entire movie, he's just fucking bumbling and messing shit up. That's kind of what he reminded me of in the beginning, where he's just like he's destroying the laptop on accident, and he almost gets killed by going into a storm cloud and all this shit. And then later on, he just I guess reveals that he's just like this super mastermind. I guess.
Sorta. He's the Jar Jar Binks of the Mission Impossible series. He's the Sith Lord.
Yeah, he's like
pulling the strings.
Yeah, exactly. He's the Phantom Menace. He's a Darth Maul or whatever.
There you go.
Yeah,
the Emperor. Sure.
He's the Emperor. Yeah.
There you
Whatever. I don't care. He's a who's the guy that gets cut in half in the Last Jedi? That everybody got pissed about.
Snoke.
Yes, Snooky. So he's like Snooky.
Snooky.
He's Snooky. He's the guy that's like he shows up and then he dies. So there you go. But no, he was good in the role. And when I say one, no, I mean it worked. It worked. It just worked.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it sound like it was a criticism.
So just to end this up with the set piece, Tom Cruise has to he has to like rock climb up the mountain to get the detonator. And
I love this part. Yeah.
Oh man, it's getting close. It's getting to the edge, and then Ving Rhames and Benji are like, "Fuck, man! Like 15 seconds left. Let's just cut at the 1 second mark, and let's hope for the best." Because that's what they have to do. They have to cut the green wires, both of them at the same time, and the detonator at the same time. So they're just hoping that Ethan gets it to it at that point. So it's really tense. It's really tense. It gets to 1 second, and then bright light.
Yeah, bright white. Well, I was like, what the fuck? If they
then,
ended that movie like that, I would give them a fucking standing ovation.
Yeah. And what's great is they just show you Tom Cruise right after that bright light. That plays for a few seconds. So you're like, maybe it blew up.
Yeah, and they kind of show you a scenery shot, and you couldn't really tell what was happening, so it was kind of not blurry, but you couldn't really tell because it was too far off in the distance. So I'm just
it wasn't distinct. It wasn't like the health place.
Yeah,
so health camp.
Yeah, so I was like, oh fuck, maybe that shit went off.
Maybe it fucking blew up. Who knows?
Fucking blew up. I'm assuming the explosion would probably have been so big it probably would have reached Tom Cruise though.
Probably.
Yeah, because I mean, why would you just blow up one medical camp?
There's a few seconds are like,
maybe.
But then they show you that Tom Cruise has the
detonator in his hand.
The fail-safe in his mouth.
Yeah. And he did.
Woo! Just in the nick of time.
Yeah, and everybody's dead. Solomon Kane isn't, but he gets thrown into a trunk too.
And he's thrown in jail. Ethan Hunt gets put in like a stretcher. He's in the hospital now. He said he's beat up pretty bad.
Yeah, and then his wife shows up. His wife, by the way, in this movie already got married to someone else.
Yeah.
Whore.
Yes, and it's awkward because Tom Cruise
has to immediately pretend he's not already the husband of
what's his name?
It was Robert Thorne, right? Was it Thorne?
Something like that.
Dr. Thorne or something like that.
Yeah, Robert Thorne.
Yeah, I'm Robert Thorne. Hey, yeah. Oh, you fucking my wife, eh?
That's me.
Wes Bentley's fucking my wife, eh? It's nice to see Wes Bentley.
Yeah.
Good.
That's the movie.
Yeah, well, you know what? I will say at the end, I feel like the whole reason his wife was here is just so they can finally have it so that it's Tom Cruise and Rebecca Ferguson having a relationship, because it was obvious that's what they wanted to do in Rogue Nation, but they were just like, fuck his wife though.
Yeah.
Next movie, fuck it, she's marrying some other guy. Whatever. Who cares? Because they didn't get a divorce or anything, so that means she's just double married.
Yeah.
Damn. Anyway, so yeah, that's the movie. It ends with a like a not a tease or anything, but it does end where we could get another one. I'm not sure if we should have another one, but I wouldn't be against it. Even if it's not as good as this one, it would still be better than probably most movies, whatever year it comes out.
Sure.
So
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, even if on the level of something like Rogue Nation, I'm fine. But hey, I don't know how many more Tom Cruise could do. Like at this point, he's 56. He's already broken every bone in his body. His organs are soup. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll figure out something.
And I think just the reason why I think this movie just puts it over the edge, just to that really high status, I think that it's going to end up being put in, is because it's so simple. We explained each set piece, and each set piece further developed the story. Mm-hmm. The story was very simple,
yes,
and it's very clear and concise, and you can think about how it actually happened. It's actually not that difficult when you think about it and you reflect on it, because like we pretty much explained the movie and it works.
Yeah, I mean exactly. I mean, there's twists and turns, but they're not like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like at first I felt the audience in my theater kind of like, I just felt like they were kind of losing interest at the beginning, where they were over explaining the what are they called, acolytes, or what are they called again?
Apostles.
The apostles. because they have the your mission if you choose to accept it. This table is self-destruct, and I felt people. I just felt people losing interest. And I'm just like, oh man, it's gonna be a shitty audience. But it ended up being really fun, really entertaining, great characters, great story. That was simple, but it worked completely. It was very much like Mad Max in a way, where Mad Max told its story through action a lot of times, and here there was a lot of that too. They progressed its story through action,
through set pieces, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, there wasn't just a fight because oh fuck, now there's a fight. Like Tom Cruise doesn't walk into a bar and the bar guy's like, I don't like your face, and then they fight.
Yeah,
you know?
There's a prelude to every set piece, and the set pieces let what happens after it take place, and it wouldn't have happened without that set piece.
Exactly.
And it's really creative how it does that, and I think even more than the other ones, I think that does it. Now, I'll be honest.
What?
My favorite set piece in all action period.
What?
Still, I don't think it can ever be topped. Just how amazing
the climbing the building.
The climbing of the Dubai Tower is like a hallmark, of action, of just movies in general. I couldn't believe that when that happened, and I think that really just is just the pinnacle moment for Tom Cruise. He's literally the king of the world. He's on the tallest building of the fucking world. He's climbing it, and that was when that tower was brand new. So I don't think any individual set piece could top that, but as a whole, Mission Impossible Fallout is, I think, about as good as this movie, as this series, as this kind of movie can fucking possibly get.
Well, yeah.
And that's why it gets such high marks.
Yeah, you gave it 10 out of 10, so it has to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess this has to be the highest mark, unless we say fuck it and it's like 11 out of 10.
Sure.
Which I don't think I've ever seen a movie that's been 11 out of 10 yet, so. But,
I have, but...
Yeah, Snow Dogs. Boss Baby.
Boss Baby.
Boss Baby, yeah.
Baby's Day Out.
Show Dogs, too. Snow Dogs and Show Dogs.
Chairman of the Board.
Chairman of the Board. Carrot Top. Yeah, of course. Classic.
Like Mike 2, Street Ball, another one.
Like Mike 1 was like a 10 out of 10.
That's like a...
Yeah, no, I think it was...
10.
No, I was like, yeah, it's a light 10. But the like Mike 2,
Street Ball?
Street Mike was pretty good. And of course, Solomon Kane.
Solomon Grundy.
Yeah, Solomon Grundy. Solomon Kane was a movie. It had a guy.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you weren't already sold beforehand, I don't know what we could possibly say that could make you get your ass in the seat, but...
They give free blowjobs at every theater.
Sure. By Rebecca Ferguson herself.
Oh, and Rebecca... Who's in our Rebecca?
Black.
Rebecca Black. Well, she's of age now, so I guess that's fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Rebecca Black will be there to give you a
blowjob.
Wait, okay. There's actually one scene in this trailer I'm watching where he's like, he drives I guess a car into a truck. Remember that part in the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't happen in the movie.
Is it in the... Well, it's in the street. Not the part where he bumps into the police truck, right?
No, it's here. I have it. Well, you can't see it obviously, but I have it here for.
What scene would it be in?
It looks like they're in the forest. It looks like he's in a. It looks like he's still in the helicopter. What the fuck? That's so weird. Look, hold on. Watch if you get the trailer loaded up, I'll show you.
Okay.
If you want, but the official trailer. It's at the end. It's like the final shot of that trailer. Let me see if I can get.
Okay. Yeah, well, while he's looking for it again, I mean,
it's this shot right
my
here.
highest compliments to this movie, and I think for me, saying a damn lot that a blockbuster can be received as well.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys know this, but this guy hates everything.
Apparently, this is my favorite movie of the year, by the way.
Well, I usually just fuck with you when we talk about it.
Fair enough.
Everybody in our Skype calls take it a little far.
Yeah,
but
you know,
I know you like
out
shit.
of top 10, the only two that are big movies are Incredibles 2 and Mission Impossible Fallout. So
everything on my top 10 is like, you know, it's like great stuff like Ready Player One and what else do you hate? Ready Player One, Avengers, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
That was last year.
I know it was so good. I put it on this year. Detroit. That was last year too. It was so good. What else do you hate? I'll put it on my top 10.
Action Point.
Action. I didn't even see Action Point. No one saw Action Point.
I
was gonna see it, but it was like, it was the weekend before E3, and I was like, okay, I should go see it, but I didn't. I went to go see Upgrade instead, which was a better idea.
I saw a double feature of Upgrade and Action Point.
Okay, I just didn't see it that weekend, and then I was like, okay, well, next weekend is E3, so I probably can't. But it didn't matter anyway because my theater got rid of it immediately. So I was like, oh fuck, all right, well.
Yeah,
At this point, I might not even see Sorry to Bother You until it comes out on DVD, which fucking sucks, but whatever.
That sucks.
And they got rid of that quick, too. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I thought that was doing good.
It was doing well. I don't know. I guess it wasn't doing well here. It's because there's white people. That's all. It's only white people here. Even though Black Panther stayed here for a long time, so I don't understand how that works. So, speaking of white people, if you are white, you will enjoy Mission Impossible because
there are lots of white people. There's only one black person you have to deal with. So.
Yeah.
Act two. Sorry, Angela Bassett and Ving Rhames.
Angela Bassett, that's her name. I was trying to think of her name. Also, I was just saying because white people like Tom Cruise. He said some racist shit, so you take it up with him.
JK guys.
J.K. Simmons, he's in this too. God, they're putting everybody in here. Fuck. Remember when Lawrence Fishburne was in one of these movies?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I thought of that. Oh, it's because of the Justice League. Oh, actually, he was in Justice League. J.K. Simmons was, but Lawrence Fishburne was in The Man of Steel because he played the reporter. Henry Cavill is Superman. Let's talk about the DC movies.
No.
All right, well, I tried.
Mission Impossible. Draw the line.
That's where I draw the line.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh, anyway, wait, did you get the trailer out, actually? I forgot all about that.
Oh,
we don't need to do it. It's fine.
Yes.
I got the shot. I don't remember the scene, but...
Well, maybe you'll see it or not. Pay attention to it on your second watch. I will be watching this movie for a second time in IMAX.
Yeah, me too. Either that or I think I might spring out for... They have the motion seat shit in my theater. That would feel good.
Sure.
That'd feel good. Why, you don't like that?
No, not really. I'd rather just see
I never did it, so I would like to see it.
I prefer IMAX.
Oh, yeah, I would probably prefer IMAX too, but I've never done that, and I thought this would be... If there's any movie that would probably be good with that, it would be this, besides just, like, a superhero movie where there's just 5 million explosions and your fucking seat explodes in your ass or something.
Yeah, there weren't a whole lot of explosions.
No, not really. Like, even the helicopters only exploded once they hit the ground. Like, they hit the ground a few times, but when they, like, hit the way bottom of the ground...
The last time you see a helicopter in this movie...
It explodes. Yeah, but no other time.
Yeah.
There's even a threat. The whole threat is an explosion. 3 of them.
Yeah.
And you don't even get to... You get to see explosion at the beginning. Actually, that's true. And you get to see Tom Cruise turn into a skeleton.
It's fake, though.
That's true. But you see Tom Cruise and Michelle Moynihan turn into skeletons.
Yeah.
that was grim. I was like, oh shit! All right. It's not like Terminator. I mean, they get dissolved completely. Like they're not. There's nothing there. They're just nothing but dust.
Mm.
But yeah, whatever. We don't need to watch that part in the trailer. But anyway, there you go. That's it. Great movie. Go check it out.
Great movie.
Yeah, do it. Watch it. Love it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Do it. Mission Impossible. Fuck it.
This movie's just Tom Cruise opening up his ass.
Yeah, and just saying, "Here, look in my ass."
Look at my ass. Look how good it is.
And then guess what comes out?
Ving Rhames.
Ving Rhames. He falls out.
Same old.
Oh, same old. My man. Remember we said that?
Yeah.
My man. It's like Van Wilder when he comes out of the rhino. Ving Rhames.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.